Cool Dad. This episode is special as it's our first sponsored episode. This episode is being sponsored by Apex Custom Mods. For all of your vaping mod needs, check apexcustommods.com, where quality is what they do. And I would like to thank Apex Custom Mods for being a sponsor. You guys rock. We all know I vape. This is my Apex Custom Mods Legacy 3000. It is a DNA 250 chip in here, and I'll tell you, fits the hand beautifully. The artwork is amazing, and the quality is above. Second to none. Amazing quality. So just so you know, the mod is just the box down here. This is a totally different part, but the mod, that's what gives you the power for vaping, and I'll tell you, just amazing work. I personally recommend them, and I did pay for this on my own, but they were nice enough to sponsor an episode, so thank you. You guys rock. So for this episode, we're doing, I'm not entirely sure what to call it. Basically, I'm going to be cutting up some steak, cooking it, very similar to fajita style. It's similar to a fajita. It's going to be steak cooked, seasoned and cooked in a tortilla shell with some salsa, sour cream, and cheese. The fun stuff. So I want to do something good for dinner, some quick, easy dinner type stuff. Something you can do on a day like today when it's super hot and you don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen cooking because it's 90 degrees outside. That is the air conditioner you hear going. I apologize for that, but I'm not in a climate-controlled studio. This is my kitchen, so we do it my way. So let's take a drop down and let's get started. Okay, so first the steak. As I have my steak in the freezer, I thawed it to where it's mostly unfrozen. Just, in my opinion, it makes it a little bit easier to cut that way. So, let's see, which way do I want to attack this? So I'm just going to cut some thin strips here. And no, this has not been marinated or seasoned in any way, shape, or form yet. We'll get to that, don't worry. Just cutting some, fairly thin strips. Don't be afraid to get right in there. It's just meat. It's not going to kill you. Having grown up on a beef farm, I can vouch for the fact that on the hoof, it has a potential for that. So, let's see. So we're just doing thin strips here. And, let's see. The point to the thin strips is in the long run, when you're putting it in the wrap, it's going to make it easier for you to chew it. That's just my observation. Actually, I'm just going to cut this in half here to make my life a little easier. Now, because you don't want to spend all evening or all day or whatever time you're watching this, watching me cut these strips. I got a couple more pieces to cut here. I think it's time for a montage. Okay, now, before I wipe my hands off, I'm going to pop this all in the frying pan. Now I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, now that my hands are washed, we are going to season the steak before we start cooking it. How you season it's really up to you. I'm not going to tell you the best way to season it. It's all to your flavor. I have a number of things that I like to use. There we go. Knock up my seasonings a little bit because they tend to plump up a little bit in this awesome humid weather. Spicy garlic. A little bit of barbecue spice. A little lemon pepper. A little bit of scary spice. No, I'm just kidding. Throwback time. I don't even remember which one was scary spice. I remember when they were popular, but that's about it. Just a touch of sea salt. The sea salt always makes steak better. Now, let's see. Actually, got my spatula here. I'm going to put this on about a 6-ish. I'm going to start stirring it around a little bit. Get those spices mixed in. Now, as the meat cooks down, those spices will spread out. You don't want to overdo this. You can always add more spices to it, but you can never take them away. That's a really difficult thing to do. So, we are going to cook our meat down, and we'll be right back. Okay, so our meat's almost done cooking. I figured y'all didn't want to stare at meat cooking. That's almost done. So while that's just getting finished up, last minute or so, we're going to prep our shell here. It's a tortilla shell, but that's where it stops. So this is how I like to do it. You can do it, again, like I always say, however you like. You know, do what works for you. Now I'm going to take some sour cream, plop that right in the middle. And you only want to come towards one end. You want to leave one end of it open. That'll become apparent why shortly. Now I'm going to add some salsa. Just so happens the last time I was cooking with salsa, it was for more than just me, so I have mild to appease the whole crowd. I just checked and I need to restock my hot sauce. That's never a fun place to be. I'm going to throw some Parmesan Reggiano on here. I do love that flavor. Now, turn off the heat here. Oh, beautiful. You get a nice serving of meat. A little bit more on there. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Now, obviously, if beef or meat in general is not part of your chosen diet, then that's no problem. You can always put something else in there. I mean, honestly, you can grill up some tofu, some falafel. I mean, there's so many different things you can put in there. Now I'm going to throw some shredded cheese on top, Mexican style, because you can never have enough cheese. There we go. Hallmarks of growing up Italian. And just because I like the flavor, this is a submarine dressing. It's kind of like an Italian style dressing. Just a little bit on there for some flavor. Now, we come to why I leave this section clear. Because I like to fold that section up, do a little fold in the corners here, so it makes a little pocket for your fillings. Roll this over, and bam. Now you've got something you can pick up and eat without it spilling out the bottom. That's why I have to stay closed. Boom, just like that. Now, because I'm making more than one, I'll do a repeat for you. Oops. So let's do this. We'll rotate that. The nice thing about the sour cream going on first is if you get it in the wrong spot, you can always rotate the shell around a little bit. So I got sour cream, some salsa. I don't know any salsa music off the top of my head, so imagine there's salsa music playing. Parmesan Reggiano. Like I said, you can never have too much cheese in my opinion. And if you want, I honestly wish I had some feta cheese in the fridge because feta is amazing on stuff like this. Add our meat. There we go. You know what? That's all that's left. I'm just going to fill this one up. No food wasted here. We don't waste food in this house. Because food is everything. Some more cheese. And, almost lost that. And our submarine dressing. There we go. We roll it up, fold in our quarters, make our pocket, roll it. And no, I've never worked for Taco Bell or Moe's. Although I do have a little more respect for them now for what it takes to do that. And bam, just like that, we got dinner. So I'm going to come back up and we'll chat up top again. Okay. Excuse me. So, we did our steak wraps, for lack of a better way of calling it. I did it. This morning's video was kind of short, so I want to do another one just to give you guys the time, the content to look at, because I know y'all enjoy it, so why not put it out there? Again, thank you to our new sponsor, Apex Custom Mods. You guys rock. This is definitely pride and joy right here. Just a beautiful piece of art. I mean, it's artwork that's functional. Gotta love it. So anyway, thank you again to Apex Custom Mods. You guys rocks. Thank you for being a sponsor for this episode. It is truly appreciated. Remember, people, food brings people together. Food doesn't care. Excuse me. Allergies, not COVID. Food doesn't care what color you are, who you believe in, who you love, none of that. Food doesn't care. Food just brings people together for good times, for enjoyment, for awesome conversation, and just for genuinely being human beings in the same space. Food has a power that no politician or news media outlet seems to have. Food will bring us together to talk. Food can resolve our problems by bringing us together and opening that conversation. So you know what? Get some friends together, make some food, and make some memories. Because food is life, life is good, let's eat some more. I'll catch you all next time.